Okay. Hi, folks. A shintigercurl here. That doing the straw hat, bringing you yet another awesome video. It's Monday night. You know what that means? Time for some Raw. And as you can see, I have Mr. Parker out. This is what I call it, Mr. Parker. Why? Because the first segment of Raw has Brock Lesnar. He's gonna murder me. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Mr. Parker nearby because I don't want Brock coming in here and trying to murder me. I know Mr. Parker's not gonna be able to stand up to Brock, but yeah. But anyway, we are 1 week removed from the announcement made by the Authority that the winner of the triple threat main event for Fastlane would face the champion at WrestleMania, that being Triple H. And of course, we already know who those 3 men are going to be: the Intercontinental Champion Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar. So anyway, Brock comes out alongside Paul Heyman. Heyman fucks our ears because that is what he does, and his cock is that big to fuck our ears. And then Dean Ambrose comes out, completely insane. The WWE's Deadpool. I call him that because he has a habit of breaking the fourth wall. He can take a hellacious amount of punishment and just doesn't know when to quit. He pretty much says that he's not afraid of he respects Brock Lesnar for all he's done and hopes and prays that Brock will beat his ass at Fastlane because he'll just heal from it with his freak mutant healing. And Brock actually likes that. You can kind of respect that. Now, see, here's the difference. I know they did this with Roman Reigns last year, but it kind of came off as smug more than anything. Like, it didn't come out as believable that he could take a beating from Brock Lesnar. But given the amount of shit that Dean Ambrose does or has done since his solo run began, the amount of punishment that he takes and he just shrugs it all off, I could see him going up against Brock Lesnar and taking everything that Brock can throw at him, and he just keeps coming. I mean, the guy doesn't know when to stay down. I think Brock can appreciate that too. Thought I heard Brock. But anyway, segue into our first matchup: Kalisto versus Rusev. Now, it was announced that Kalisto would defend his title, his United States title, against Alberto Del Rio at Fastlane in a rematch. But with the news that ADR is out with an injury, I'm not sure how concrete that is. But anyway, ADR is out there on comms. This was a pretty decent match. Ended in a count-out victory for Kalisto. So, I'll give it a pass. Next up, the Usos take on Heath Slater and Adam Rose of the Social Outcasts, or the Jabberwockies, as I like to call them. And Lillian Garcia makes a botch that is no doubt the making Botchamania. I'm looking at you, Matthew. She calls the Usos Grammy Award-winning Tag Team of the Year for 2015. Now, unless the Usos cut a rap album featuring John Cena, K-Quick, Road Dogg, and the West Texas Rednecks, they are not Grammy Award winners. And actually, not only did they actually repeat this over and over. In fact, after the commercial break, Cole actually brings it up, and they repeat it back again. This is the first time such a botch has been done in such a way. So yeah. So anyway, the Jabberwockies take on the Usos. Decent enough tag team match. But the Usos pick up the win. Next up, Miz TV. And for the first time ever, it has the phenomenal AJ Styles. Or as he has been come to know on YouTube, AJ fucking Styles. Basically, it's Miz being a total asshole to AJ, talking about him like he ain't no shit. Now, Miz, let me put this into your perspective. AJ Styles has wrestled Shinsuke Nakamura. That pretty much invalidates nearly everything you've done in the WWE. And that's just a low point. That was a low point in his career. I'm not saying Shinsuke Nakamura is nothing. I mean, he's Shinsuke fucking Nakamura. But when you have two of the best going head to head, mixing it up with the Miz kind of seems beneath you. But then he goes too far, and AJ beats the shit out of him. Next up, we have Brie Bella versus Charlotte. Versus Charlotte. I'm sorry, got a little ahead of myself there. Charlotte did a nice little promo with Brie concerning her sister Nikki, who has had major neck surgery the past few weeks, so she'll be out of action for a while. Charlotte makes light of it. They have a good enough match. The problem is this does nothing for either of them because Ric Flair's constant interference. Look, I know he wants to support his daughter, but as one of my friends and subs said, a little bit of Ric Flair is good. Too much Ric Flair is too much. And this is too much Ric Flair. We don't need to see you every goddamn week, Frick. I love you, but you're fucking over your daughter. We don't need to be there every goddamn week. It hurts her matches. Which sucks, because I love Charlotte, but this is not helping her. A good match, fucked over. Up next, Eric Rowan versus Big Show, who apparently is a face this week. Yep, it's February, so you know what that means. Time for Big Show's obligatory heel face turn. This is a short match. Big Show wins, but then gets the crap beaten out of him by the Wyatt family, minus Bray Wyatt. Now, I didn't mention this earlier because the Social Outcasts didn't have Bo Dallas with them, as the Wyatts didn't have Bray Wyatt. That is because their father, their grandfather, Hall of Famer Blackjack Mulligan, was rushed to the hospital for some condition for some reason. I didn't haven't read the reports. This is just what I've been able to glean from Twitter and what have you. But apparently he was rushed to the hospital in Florida, and so Bray and his brother Bo, as well as their father Mike Rotundo, aka IRS, who works as an agent backstage, have rushed there, and they're currently by his side. So. My thoughts and prayers go to the Wyndham / Rotunda family, and hopefully Blackjack Mulligan will get through this. Hopefully. Let's see. Also, another thing that I should note: I didn't make a video on this because I didn't feel like I wouldn't be right for me to do it. But Bret Hart came out on Twitter, I think. Well, came out recently, said he was currently fighting cancer, and that soon he will be going under the knife and hopefully recovering. So thoughts and prayers going out to the excellence of execution, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. We've already lost so many good people to cancer. We lost Lemmy, we lost Bowie, and we lost Alan Rickman, and a ton of others. We don't need to lose you too, Hitman. So good luck. Next up, we have Titus O'Neil versus Tyler Breeze. This is a pretty okay match. It seems to me that they're doing like a mini push with Titus, but I'm not too sold on it. Don't get me wrong, Titus is okay. He has good size in the ring. He works good in the ring. It's just that there's nothing interesting about his character that warrants me to care about him or that is the least bit interesting. When he's with his partner, Darren Young, as the primetime players, then they get interesting. But as he is on his own, not feeling it. Anyway, Titus picks up the win. Up next, Dolph Ziggler takes on Kevin Owens. This was pretty much Kevin Owens whooping Dolph Ziggler's ass for 20 minutes. He dominated most of this match. Ziggler pulled off the win, and I kind of like this because Ziggler hasn't been very favorably looked upon as a top level talent. Not since that abysmally awful storyline he did with Rusev last year. And hopefully he can recover. He's recovering from that. So here's hoping that this leads to something good. And Kevin Owens is Kevin Owens. Awesome. And this is also Black History Month. So you know what that means? The WWE pays tribute to all the African Americans who paved the way for for the up-and-comers to break into this business. And the one they profiled today, none other than Silsbee, Texas' own Sexual Chocolate, the world's strongest man and the founder of the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame someday. But until then, we're going to enjoy you for as long as we can, Mark. Next up, my wife, hi Sasha. Sasha Banks versus Becky Lynch again. This time she cuts a promo saying that's how it's finally time for her to stand out on her own and go after the world title. Her team bad compatriots, Naomi and Tamina, come out there and they say they're going to support her, but to paraphrase my friend Uncle Ruckus, I don't trust those new bitches over there. The match was short, but decent enough, until Team Bad decided to interject and forced a impromptu team up between Becky and Sasha. 4 horsemen for life. Too sweet me. Too sweet me. So anyway, going to our main event. The New Day versus Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns. This is a pretty good tag team match, showcasing the strengths of both teams. And it doesn't hurt that Paul Heyman is providing commentary in which he runs circles around them. A lot of you don't know, but back a long time ago, Paul Heyman was actually a color commentator, and a very good one at that. Love him. I love him. But anyway, this was a good match. Dean and Roman pick up the win, but then Brock Lesnar comes out and utterly starts annihilating Dean Ambrose. He respects you, Dean, but only to a point. Just a little bit. A little bit. So yeah, that was Raw. My thoughts, this is a blasé Raw. There was a couple of decent and good matches in it, but overall it felt like it was a filler Raw. Like you really weren't missing or getting, and you could have skipped this Raw and you really wouldn't have missed much. Can't say what the best match of the night was. Most of them just felt flat to me. I'd say, let me look over my notes. I'd say Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens is the best match of the night with the main event time. Well, now I'm gonna switch that. The main event was the best match of the night with Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens coming up in a close second. But other than that, it's a very skippable Raw. You wouldn't miss much. Nothing too bad. Nothing very good. So yeah, that's my video. Like what you see? Leave, comment, subscribe below. Got any questions, comments, or just want to talk about Brock Lesnar and Dean Ambrose being the Deadpool of the WWE? Leave it below. I'll get back to you. You already know how to support the channel. The tip jar, Patreon, and hit me up on Twitter, captluffy. You know what to do. So until next time, this has been shintigercurl. Guy doing the straw hat, saying goodnight, and I'm getting out of here. I don't want Brock Lesnar kicking my ass.